Welcome to G3, Games, Gadgets, and Guests, an audio and video podcast from 702 Communications. I'm your host, Brian Crommett. Got an exciting gadget episode for you again today, and today we're talking about something that I've actually had in my house for, around 8-9 months now. We're talking about the Ring Pro Wi-Fi doorbell. This is another in the line of security items that are out recently that tie in with your home that you can install yourself that have some pretty cool features. The Ring itself is a doorbell. The Pro version ties into your existing wiring. The previous versions of the Ring had batteries, and it made the profile of the doorbell a little bit bigger on the outside of your house, but this ties into your existing wiring. I consider myself fairly handy, and it took me about a half an hour, I'd say, to get all the wiring done and get everything mounted up on the house and get the unit configured and all that. So it's really not hard to install. And then it's just a matter of getting the app installed on your phone and getting it set up on your Wi-Fi, and you're off and running. And so what the Ring doorbell does is it's got a camera in it, a high definition camera, and a pretty wide angle on that camera. And it will anytime somebody comes up and presses the doorbell button, it'll ring your phone. And it'll ring anybody's phone who's linked to that Ring account. So when somebody comes to the house now, my phone rings and my wife's phone rings. And so it replaces your indoor doorbell. And so if you ever had a problem being somewhere in your house and not being able to hear the doorbell, if you're someone who carries your phone all the time, you'll never miss somebody ringing your doorbell again. If you've got your phone muted, or if you've got alerts shut off, because you can do that too. If you don't want to hear that somebody's coming to your door, you're going to go take a nap, you don't want to answer the door, shut off those alerts. Somebody ringing the doorbell, you're not going to hear. So that's kind of a cool feature too. But the other thing that it gives you is it gives you not just the video, but it gives you two-way audio. So if somebody comes up to your house and rings your doorbell, you can pull up your app and you can look to see who's at your doorbell. You can press the talk button and you can have a conversation with that individual. You just want them to leave the package at the door, if whatever. You can have that conversation. Or I've actually used this before in a scenario where I've been out of the house, my wife's been out of the house, and one of my kids came home unexpectedly, didn't have their keys, and so they ring in the doorbell, and I picked up the phone. I said, "Sorry, you're going to have to go, next door or across the street to your grandma and grandpa's house because we're not home. We can't let you in." But, it's nice because we knew they were home then, and we were able to have that conversation with them just like that. You do also have the opportunity or have the ability to add additional chimes through your house. So if you want to make sure that you've got something that will ring that's not your phone, you do have that ability as well. It's called the Ring Chime. It's about the size of a Glade plug-in. It plugs into any outlet in your house, hooks up Wi-Fi, and then anytime somebody presses that button, it'll ring too. The Ring, though, doesn't just alert you when somebody's actually pushing the button at your door. It's also got built-in motion sensor. And we've listed that as a con here on the sheet because when we first installed the Ring, though you can program and you can set the motion detection zone, I got an awful lot of false positives. In fact, I got so many false positives just from a shadow or a light or something, maybe a car going by on the street, that I actually shut off the motion alerts on my phone because I was waking up, multiple times in the night because this was going off when there was nothing going on outside my house. They have since updated that, and I was just recently discovered that actually, and I was pleased to find that now you can, in addition to defining the motion settings range, motion sensor range of your Ring, you can also increase or decrease sensitivity. So I'm not seeing nearly the amount of false positives that I had been seeing, and so I'm pretty comfortable at this point that I can go ahead and turn that motion back on. But then anytime you get a motion alert on your phone, you can, again, bring it up. You can look at, what happened that triggered that motion. and you've got a record of it that you can share, you can download, you can save, you can do whatever. Ring by itself doesn't require a monthly subscription, but if you want to have unlimited cloud storage, you can pay a monthly fee for that. It's a small fee. It's $3-4 a month, or $30 a year. I think it is. I think it's $3 a month or $30 a year. And then you get unlimited cloud storage. So every time you get a motion detection, it saves a clip. Every time you get somebody ringing the doorbell, it saves a clip. And then anytime you want, if you've got that subscription, you can go out into the cloud and see that, share that, what have you. So the Ring really, it's gotten better as over these last couple months when I've owned it. My wife really enjoys it. I really enjoy it. It gives you a good first line of defense for home security, because you will see everybody trying to come in your front door, or depending on the motion detector sensitivity settings, anybody just walking by on the street, you could get a motion alert from that too. So again, Ring Pro, you get it for $250. It's got 1080p video. It's got switchable faceplates, so you can design that a little bit. It's got depending on what you want on the outside of your house. It really is a good investment, but they do have another option. If you don't have an existing doorbell, or if you don't want to pony up the $250, you can get into a Ring for a little bit cheaper. The standard Ring does come in different finishes. They're not interchangeable, so you have to make a decision. But they are battery operated, so they don't require existing wiring. They don't require an existing doorbell in your home. They still have all the functionality, just a little bit lower resolution. I think they're 720p instead of the 1080, but still great resolution, still has the motion detection, still has everything else that the Ring Pro has. And you can get into those for under $200. So Ring, a good product, continually getting better. Check them out. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed my review of the Ring Pro doorbell. We've got plenty more games and gadgets and guests coming up in future episodes. So if you enjoyed this, and I hope you check out our past episodes on YouTube or in SoundCloud, Stitcher, anywhere that you want to find a podcast, we are. So subscribe, tell your friends, and please keep checking back. And until next time, I'm Brian Cromit. This is G3. Game on.